you can just add it to whatever you want to add it to. So I'm still working on this corset pattern, but what I can do is show you how I make these roses, because it's a really cute little detail to add to most projects, and it's super easy. You just need a strip of fabric, and it can be wonky, it can be messy, it really doesn't matter. I think the wonkier, honestly, sometimes the better the rose turns out. The length also doesn't really matter right now. This one happens to be the length of my neck, but if you don't know the length of my neck, here are some more universally used units. You're going to fold the fabric in half long ways and then sew it down one side, and then also sew one of the ends closed so that it's easier to turn inside out. So it looks like this, and then you're going to turn it inside out. So I forgot to mention before, but when you fold it, make sure that you fold the nice fabric inwards, and so that you're sewing down on like the wrong side of the fabric. You want the right side of the fabric to then be turned inside out when you're doing this, if that makes sense. I don't know. Okay, so now that you have the right side of the fabric on the outside, you are gonna just close the other side that was originally left open. Okay, so now this is the fun part. You're gonna essentially just roll this fabric on itself, but as you're rolling, just kind of like do some twists and turns just to give it that more rose effect, and you can play around with it. I did this like a couple different times to get it how I liked, and then eventually it kind of just starts to look like a rose. Depending on how long your fabric is or how wide it is how big the rose is going to be. And so you can kind of like make different sizes. A little bit of fabric here, it kind of looks like a little rose now, and then you can just like make it get bigger, yeah. And now you have this cute little rose, and you can just literally put a pin in the side and it should hold it into place, and then you can just hand sew it. And I like to hand sew it by going like all the way through one side and then all the way through the other side, and then just kind of like do little stitches with like some of the petals. It doesn't really need that much to stick together if you've got thread going through like both sides of all of the fabric, and then